All right, hey guys, Jerry West here. Am I? Yes, I'm looking like I'm live. I was just having some technical difficulties. The screen froze up on me. I was trying to go live and it would not let me go live, but here I am. I made it on, so hopefully people are seeing this and it's actually working. And we'll go from there, right? So my name is Jerry West. This is 52 Lessons in 52 Weeks based on my book that I wrote, 52 Lessons from Network Marketing. And today we are on Lesson 6, Drop Your Excuses. So what we do is we follow along with this book. I have 52 lessons in this book, so every Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, I go live in this group, and we go over a different lesson. I don't see anybody hopping on here. Oh, there's somebody. Okay. I'm just making sure this is working because I wasn't able to go live before. Hey, Lou, how's it going? So every week we do a different lesson from my book, and we talk through it. So you're not required to have the book to be in this group, but I do recommend it. Especially if you want to read along with us and follow along so that you can read the lesson leading up to the next week and be prepared to comment and stuff like that. Hey Heather, how's it going? So this is free for anybody in any business to join. It's a safe haven in this group. There's no pitching of other people, pitching people on your businesses. Safe haven for everybody, so we can add all of our friends in here. We can add all of our teams in here. And you can participate in this with me. You can also participate on the side with your own team and talk about each lesson every week. So whatever you want to do. If you haven't gotten a copy of the book yet and you'd like to pick one up, it's on Amazon and Kindle. Just search for 52 Lessons from Network Marketing and you'll find it. So today's lesson is drop your excuses. So I thought, what better way to do this lesson than to tell you guys what my 3 biggest excuses used to be for not being able to build my business. Who wants to know? Raise your hand if you want to know what my 3 biggest excuses used to be. Because they were lame, guys, and I got a lot of lame ones in here. You know, there's a lot of lame-ass excuses that I wrote in here. Let's see if we could figure them out, right? What did I say? Okay, you know, nobody I know is interested. I live in a small town. I don't know the right people. I don't have the time. I'm not a salesperson. You know, I'm too shy. I don't want to bother anybody. These things never work. I heard this is a scam. Blah, 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 blah. You know, lame excuses. Guys, you cannot buy into excuses if you want to have success in your network marketing business. So before I tell you what my 3 biggest, lamest excuses used to be, I'm going to tell you this right now. If you're telling yourself any reason whatsoever in your own head as to why you're not going to be able to build this business that you're building in network marketing, then you're telling yourself an excuse. Because anybody can do it, all right? If I can do it, if all the other amazing success stories that are out there that I've seen, if those people can do it, you can do it too. So don't lie to yourself. Don't make stuff up in your mind. Don't listen to this video and think to yourself, that's great, Jerry. Yeah, but. If you're saying yeah, but to yourself at all during this video or any other time, then you're making an excuse and you're lame. You're lame. There's no other way around it. So one of my biggest excuses, so I'm going to go through what used to be my 3 biggest excuses. Number 1 is going to be that I didn't know the right people, okay? And I actually told myself this. You know, I'd look at other people that were having success in the first network marketing business I was ever in, and I would think to myself, the same thing that I just said. Yeah, but, that person did it, but they know so-and-so, 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 so-and-so. They know all these great people. so it's easier for them to do it, but I don't know the right people, so, you know, I'm not going to be able to do what they did. Lame. That's a lame excuse, guys, and I used to think that to myself. How many of you out there have ever thought, you're either thinking right now, or you have ever thought to yourself that you don't know the right people like the other people do? You've looked at people that are having success and you've thought to yourself, they know the right people and I don't. How many of you have ever thought that? Yeah, so exactly. It's run through all of our minds, right? But I used to think that I didn't know the right people. But the challenge is I wasn't putting myself out there. I wasn't doing enough personal development, and I wasn't willing to put myself out there enough to get to know the right people. I wasn't projecting enough confidence in what I was doing in order to get to know the right people, to open the right people's eyes, you know? Because when you don't have enough confidence in what you're doing, we don't really fully believe in what you're doing or believe that you can do it, it's really tough to get to know the right types of people because you've already defeated yourself in your own mind. You know what I mean? So if you're thinking that at all, or you've ever thought that at all, then you got to say to yourself, okay, well, I might not know the right people right this second, but I need to get out there, whether it's local networking or, you know, local events or on Facebook or social media. You need to get out there and meet the right people. All right? And you need to work on yourself every single day so that you're projecting confidence and you're improving and you're attracting the right people. Because I certainly wasn't attracting the right people when I was thinking that, because I didn't have any confidence. You have to have confidence. You have to work on yourself in order to attract the right people. So what's the second big excuse that I used to have? Okay? It's kind of ties into the first, and it basically is I would look at people who were having a lot of success. I would look at big leaders, and I would think to myself, you know, I'm not like those people. You know, I'm not going to be like them. I can't be like them because I'm me. You know, they're standing up there on the stage and this is great and they have all these accolades and all this recognition, but that's not me. So since I'm not like them, I'm not going to be able to have success. Lack of self-belief. Huge excuse. If you're telling yourself that, it's a lie, because there's people standing on stages in every single network marketing company that used to not believe in themselves, that used to have huge failures to deal with in their life, that have overcome extenuating circumstances in order to have success. So it's just one of the lame excuses in the book. And again, it goes back to what? Personal development, what you're doing right now. Work on your mindset. If you don't believe you're like those people, then you damn well better be doing some more heavy personal development until you believe you are, because you are. All right? I didn't think I was like those people, but what I found out is I am those people. I made sure that it was going to be me. I worked on my mindset so much that it was bulletproof, that nothing could knock me down. And now I believe in myself more than anything. You know? And it's funny because when you get to my level, like, I still want to do a whole heck of a lot more. I'm still fighting to get to my next level, where there's people that are fighting to get to the level that I'm at, you know? And then there's people fighting to make their first few sales. But never look at other people and say, I'm not like them. Because you are like them. You just have to work on yourself every single day to improve yourself every single day. You just can't go from beginner to, you know, top rank in a company in one day. You're not going to be able to do that. But what you can do is you can improve a little bit every single day over time. And then if you're willing to do that, you are like those people. So it's just the willingness to do that that really is what it is. Okay? Does that make sense, guys? All right. So number 3, one of my, this is a pretty lame excuse, but we look at the system. Each network marketing company has a system that we have to follow And, you know, I used to think to myself that I'm not going to do that system because that's not going to work for me. You know, it's going to make people mad. I used to think that in the first company I ever joined, this was the system, okay? We make a list of people. Does that sound familiar? And then we're going to contact those people one by one and tell them that I have a great business opportunity that I'd like to show them. When is a good time for them to sit down? Well, I was afraid to do that. So I just said to myself, you know, this pisses people off. You know, nobody, if they said, well, what is it? You weren't supposed to tell them on the phone. You were supposed to say it's 90% visual. When can we sit down so I could show you? And I would tell myself that makes people mad. You know, I can't say that to people. This is not going to work. And then the three-way call that we were supposed to sit down with somebody, show them a 20-minute presentation on a video. And I would think to myself, who's going to want to sit there if I set up an appointment with somebody? You know, if I get through that first part of the system, who's going to want to sit there and watch a 20-minute video? No one's going to sit through this. And then I had to get them on a three-way call. And I'm thinking, you know, people are just going to get pissed if I make them sit through a 20-minute video. And then when they ask me a question, I say, that's a great question. Let me call my upline. And I get them on a three-way call, right? People are going to get pissed because I'm pulling the wool over their eyes. Well, you don't have to pull the wool over people's eyes. Matter of fact, the reason companies have a system in place is because the system works. And if you're willing to follow the system, albeit might be outside your comfort zone, then it's going to work. And you're not going to be good at it when you first get started. You're just not going to be good at it, right? But you have to do it in order to get better at it every single day. So if you make the excuse in your mind that this system doesn't work, or this system might work for so-and-so, but it's not going to work for me, so I'm going to do it this way. If you make that excuse, then, you know, you're basically shooting yourself in the foot by doing that, because you're reinventing the wheel. You know what's funny? I got my dogs outside. I figured I'd get them outside while I'm doing this video so that they wouldn't bother me. And all the other dogs are outside and they're all barking. My dogs are going berserk outside right now. But those are my three biggest excuses, guys. Those were the three biggest excuses that I've ever had. So what I want you to do is type in the comments, what was your biggest excuse that you used to have that you were able to overcome, okay? Or type in, what's the biggest excuse that you have right now? Because what I want you to do this week is, in every situation that has to do with your business, I want you to pay attention to what you think to yourself and what you say. Pay extra close attention to it, all right? And if you catch yourself making an excuse for not being able to do something, then I want you to write that down. And at the end of the week, I want you to go through each situation where you wrote that down and think about, you know, what could you have done better in that situation, or what could you have done differently in that situation instead of making an excuse? Because I think recognizing the fact that you're making excuses, I mean, that's helped me tremendously. Just the fact that you can identify and recognize when you're making a lame excuse to yourself, and then being able to think in your mind, okay, what do I need to do the next time this comes up, instead of telling myself this lie that I'm telling myself? You know, what limiting belief do I need to overcome in order to get past that excuse? So do that this week, but in the comments right now, just tell me, you know, what's the biggest excuse that you used to have that you've been able to overcome, or what is the biggest excuse that you think you have right now that you're working on overcoming, okay? So I hope you guys got value out of this. Next week, we're going to do lesson 7, and I think that's remember your why. Let's just look that up real quick. Lesson 7 is remember your why. So read lesson 7 before next Monday. Do the homework I gave you on excuses for this week. I appreciate you guys. And once again, if you don't have the book and you want to follow along with us, just grab a copy on Amazon or Kindle, and you can follow along with us. You could go straight to 52lessonsbook.com. That's 52lessonsbook.com, and it'll take you straight to the page where you can purchase the book. All right, guys, so have a great one, and I will talk to you all soon. Peace.